Hi everyone, welcome to Mash Math. Today we are going to study the new chapter, chapter 14, statistics. So let's see the introduction for exercise 14.1. This chapter you have studied already in 9th standard, so you will be having some idea about it, but still let us revise that. So statistics means out of data getting the result or conclusion. And what is data? Data means collection of facts. For example, in your class you have 50 students, then you start collecting the information about each student height. So each student, what is their height? So you start collecting the information of all the 50 students. So that we call it collection of facts. And after collecting that facts or that information, you will find some conclusion. For example, like 5 feet to 6 feet, between 5 to 6 feet, how many students are there? And between 4 to 5 feet, how many students are there? So you get some conclusion or come to some result, or some valuable result you get out of that. So that is why that's called statistics. So from the data, collection of facts, from the data you get some result out of it. So that is called statistics. So if you have taken the height of the students, then we say statistics of the class students' height. So that's all about the introduction about the statistics, and this is very useful in the government, in any organization, whenever they have to do some survey, find out about the employment or anything. So this is very useful, statistics. So now we will study a little more detail about data. What is this collection of facts, right? Data. So now data, there are two types are there: ungrouped data and grouped data. Ungrouped data means it's a original form of data. For example, we studied that height of the students, right? In your class there are 50 students are there, and you start collecting about each student heights, you start collecting the facts. So that much only you do, you don't do more than that. So that is called original form of data, which is called ungrouped data. Then grouped data means whatever you have got that information, you arranged it in a specific manner. Then when you arrange that in a specific manner, that is called grouped data. Ungrouped means whatever reading you have got, all 50 students height you will collect and you will write as it is. Whereas grouped data means you will put it between 5 to 6, between 1 to 2, between 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So you make it an arrangement. So that's called grouped data. So first we will study about the ungrouped data. Now you have also studied that 9th standard. In statistics we study mean, median and mode. So mean means we find the average. Median means we find just exactly the mid value. And then mode means most occurring. This you have done it in 9th standard. So now in ungrouped data, let us take one example. So here you see you have example. The marks obtained by 30 students of class 10th of a certain school in a mathematics paper consisting of 100 marks are given below. Find the mean of the marks obtained by the students. So you have to find the mean. So how many students are there? Total 30 students are there, and they have written the mathematics test. So in the out of 100 marks, means total for 100 marks, 30 students have written the maths test. We have to find, and they got their marks here. So we have to find the mean of the marks obtained by the students. So mean meaning average. So what is the average marks? Out of 100, the students have got the 30 students, all 30 students marks are written down here. So what is the average marks that we have to find out? Now this is an ungrouped data, okay, because all 30 students marks are written as it is, nothing, it is not arranged in any way, and therefore this is comes under ungrouped data. So how do we find the mean? Mean we normally write x bar, right? X bar we write mean. So how we write? Sum of observation divided by number of observation. So sum of observation, these are the observation. So sum meaning you have to add them. So all 70 plus 10 plus 20 plus 95 plus 36 plus 40 plus 56. So all you have to add them. And after adding, total number of observation, total how many students, we know they are 30 students marks this is. So total number of observation is 30. So when you add them manually, you will add everyone's marks and total marks you will write together. When you sum up and divide by 30, then we get 59.3. This is one way of finding the average for ungrouped data. Okay. The other way also we can do it. We arrange them but not in a specific manner. This still comes under ungrouped data only. We will write only the marks first. For example, the lowest mark here is 10. So we make a column. Okay, we make the column and we will write the marks first. So marks will write down. So first the lowest mark is 10. So next the next low after 10, which is a little more higher than 10, it is 20. So we write down 20. Okay. So then next is after 20 comes which one? 36. So 36 will write down. So 36. Then next comes, which is the marks after 36? 40. Is there anything else? No. So 40. So we write down 40. Like that we make the arrangement. We write down the marks and then we write the number of students. Okay. So how many students got 10 marks? So how many? One student got the 10 marks. So 1. Then how many students got 20 marks? 1 student. So 1 student. Then how many got 36? 1, 2, 3. 3 students. So we'll write down 3. And how many got 40? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 students got 40. 4 students. Then what we will do? Both we will multiply here. Then becomes 20. So we will multiply. Then finally we will total it. After getting total, here we will put this formula, sum of the observation. Already we get the sum of observation here, right? So we will put that and then we will find out. See, I have written like this. So marks obtained by the students, that is 10. Then the number of students means frequency. No, Fi is frequency. So how many students got 10 marks and how many students got 20 marks? How many students got 36? How many students got 40 marks? So like that we write down. Then afterwards what we do? We will multiply both 10 into 1. That is Xi and Fi we multiply. So that's what written, Fi and Xi. So both we will multiply. So instead of writing first what we did in first example, all together we were multiplying, all together we were adding it. But here what happened? How many got? We have divided exactly how many students got this much marks. So now it becomes little more easy for us. So when we multiply and after multiplying we will find the total. So total how many marks. So then total we got here the same total and then total, this meaning summation meaning the sum of Fi. Okay, so this is our Fi means frequency. So summation of Fi, this meaning is summation of Fi and Xi, that is Xi and Fi both we have multiplied, right? So summation means total of it. So total of it we have found out. So then this is the formula to find out the mean. X bar equal to summation of Fi and Xi. This is summation of Fi and Xi, that is this. And then divided by the 30 students. So same thing, same answer we got. So this is ungrouped data we have been studying. So now when the data is very huge, then we arrange them in a specific manner. That is called grouped data. I already told you. Now this is only 30 students. this is only 30 students, so it becomes easy for us to arrange that way. How many students got this many marks, how many students got this, is very easy. If you take whole school from standard 1 to standard 12, so thousands of students are there, how are we going to write down? So if that case, when the data is very huge amount, so that time what we do, we will group them in a specific manner. So that we call it as a grouped data. Now in this grouped data, there are three methods are there. So when I taught you pair of linear equations in two variables, I taught you three methods for the substitution method, elimination method, and cross multiplication method. So same way here in grouped data, you have three methods, that is direct method, assumed mean method, and step deviation method. So there are three methods are there. You are free to do whichever method you are convenient or you feel comfortable. So this is nothing actually. Direct method is simplified, so that called assumed mean method. Assumed mean method is still more simplified, so that is called step deviation method. Here the steps are very few, but then calculation becomes little tedious, whereas here one more step will be added. With this, one more step will be added, so that is assumed mean method. And with assumed mean method, one more step will be added or one more column will be added, so that is step deviation method. But calculation wise, I would advise the step deviation method is much easier. You please learn step deviation method. It is really very easy, though column is 2-3 extra will come, but calculation wise it becomes very easy. Then the most easiest one, step deviation method. The second easiest one is assumed mean method. But if you are not very comfortable, directly you can do the direct method. But here you have to take care of the calculation because the numbers will be bigger numbers, so you have to take care of the calculation. But any one method you can use it. So all these three methods we will use it to find the mean. Okay, to find the mean. Just now I told you, this is mean only. This is mean only. We have found out the mean means finding the average. So we are going to find out, to find the mean only, any of these three methods we can make use of it. So as I already explained to you, direct method is simplified to assumed mean method, and assumed mean method is further simplified to step deviation method. So now these methods I'll teach you one by one. In different video I'll put it so that I can teach you in detail. So separately I'll put direct method, separately I'll teach you assumed mean method, separately I will teach you step deviation method. You have to learn, actually this is what, because the whole of your, in this chapter, grouped data only we are going to study, not the ungrouped data. This is the important thing that you have to learn. Thank you. God bless you.